My name is Jonathan. I've been coming to Dunwoody Nature Center since I was 2 years old. It's a fun place to learn, play, hike, walk the dog, and even look for salamanders. Dunwoody Nature Center offers educational classes, camps, and field trips. These are great learning experiences. In 2004, almost 8,000 people participated in programs at Dunwoody Nature Center. An estimated 20,000 people came just to enjoy the park. In the park, you can also find clues to Dunwoody's history. Claire Hayes, Executive Director of Dunwoody Nature Center, tells about them.
This chimney behind me is from a house that was probably built around the 1830s. If you look closely on the ground, you can find the foundation stones from the house as well.
Another clue to Dunwoody's history is this wall, which was part of a mill dam. Farmers brought their corn here to this community mill. In the meadow, you can play on the millstone that was used to grind the corn. You can see that even 150 years ago, this was already a community gathering place. I like to come to this park with my friends. I would love for Dunwoody Nature Center to be accessible to everyone. The main building at Dunwoody Nature Center is wheelchair accessible. The Wetlands Boardwalk is also accessible. The boardwalk trail takes you down into the floor of the wetlands, which is one of the most biodiverse areas of the park. Soon, the Nature Center will build a cool treehouse classroom that will also be accessible to someone in a wheelchair or with other mobility issues. You'll access the treehouse at ground level on a ramp leading to the classroom. Because of the way the ground slopes away from the trail, once you're in the treehouse, you'll be 10 feet above the forest floor and you can observe the wildlife in the tree canopy.
A challenge to this whole project of adding the treehouse and giving these two great accessible features to people is that the trails leading up to both the wetlands and the site of the treehouse, that trail is very soupy and not accessible.
I want to tell you all about me.
Pat Olney's son, Peter, uses a wheelchair.
I go to Peachtree Middle.
The only area accessible to someone in a wheelchair is the boardwalk area, but you can't get to the boardwalk through the mulch if you're in a wheelchair.
Peter's grandmother has had hip surgery. She also needs a more even surface to walk on. One day when I was at the park, I met Mia and her dad. Mia uses a wheelchair too. She had a lot of trouble trying to get to the boardwalk because the mulch trail is so soft and uneven, especially after a rain.
One thing that I really regret is when a school teacher calls me and wants to schedule, say, a field trip about insects and asks if we can accommodate the kids in her class who are mainstreamed, who are in wheelchairs, and I have to tell her no. And so they end up not being able to bring the class here for that experience.
The park needs a better trail to get from the building and parking lot to the treehouse and to the wetlands boardwalk. My friends Daniel, JP, and I have researched options for an accessible trail. The trail must blend in with the natural environment, it must be permeable, and county trucks need to drive on part of the trail to perform regular maintenance in the park. We found 4 interesting alternatives to paving with asphalt. Permamulch is made from recycled tires. Gravel pave uses recycled plastic to hold gravel. GeoWeb is a similar product that can support the weight of a truck. Pervious concrete lets water flow through it. We met with the vendors of these products and asked them to submit proposals to the Dunwoody Nature Center. We also visited other parks to see how they made their facilities accessible. I would like Dunwoody Nature Center to be a gathering place for all of our community.
So it's always been a place for people to gather, and maybe that heritage makes it even more important that it serve all the members of the community, whether they can jump over the millstone or whether they're in a wheelchair.
Thank you.